The man with the plan, if you don't know. Hey, hey, I was down bad, now my pockets like a sumo. Brody in the can for the you know. Hey, hey, gotta get them bands so he sturdy when he come on, man. Way before the rapping, they ain't see me. Hey, hey, now they on my day because they watch me on the TV.
Yo, what's the word, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Back with another reaction. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Click the link in the description. Join the Discord if you're trying to get me to do a request. You know what I'm saying? Today we're going to be reacting to Don't Train Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the GOAT Show clip. Yeah, get to the chopper. Let's get on with the reaction, you heard?
So let's get into the controversies. Like I want, because there's a lot of myths that you dispel from a lot of different people pushing a lot of different programs. I almost want to just do it as a lightning round, but like there's so many things that you talk about. One of the biggest ones that we talked about is how Arnold Schwarzenegger totally distorted, you know, everything related to building muscle and all that kind of stuff. Can you talk on that and kind of what happened there?
Well, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger. Here's the thing: Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't think he was ill-intentioned.
Why it sound like they saying Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'm just hearing shit. It just sounds too eerily similar. But now I'm fucking with y'all.
Initially.
But if you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was a bodybuilder, you know what I'm saying? Before he got into the acting, he was a bodybuilder. Do some research on Arnold Schwarzenegger. But you see me, I ain't really with the weights because over the years, they say that when you use weights, your body gets floppy because you stop using weights. This is why I rather do calisthenics. But let's get back to the video.
Because from people I know who have met him, say he's the sweetest guy on the planet. So I don't think he did it to pull fast one on people. I think a lot of what he said, he genuinely believed, but it was wrong. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, his idol was a guy named Reg Park. All right, Reg Park was.
All right, with that being said, what some people got to understand, back in those times, they didn't have the technology and the nutrients and all the other stuff that they got today to, you know what I'm saying, to help you build the most mass, the most muscle. So he was only, you know what I'm saying, doing what he thought was best for him and what worked for him. Because like I said, if you knew, he was a bodybuilder back in the day. Go check out his bodybuilding days. That was a big boy. Pause.
One of the first well-known bodybuilders of the 50s and 60s. He was like the only one. Now, Reg Park looked to monetize bodybuilding. He was like one of the first individuals to ever do so. There were no magazines back then. There were no videos. So what he did was he wrote books. And he wrote one book called The Secret Multi-Set Training System. Arnold Schwarzenegger modeled his training after Reg Park. Arnold Schwarzenegger won competitions, became popular. Him and Joe Weider teamed up and marketed the hell out of bodybuilding. So everybody looked at the way he trained, and he told them, this is how I train. Was it effective? Yes. Was it unbelievably excessive? Yes. But it worked for him because he had the genetics. All right. So most Arnold Schwarzenegger, and eventually, you know, when people are doing something that works, they're not going to change it. What motivation would he have to change it? So he was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And that's why they have the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Schwarzenegger was one of the first physiques everybody was in awe at. And they were under the impression they could look like that too, as long as they did what he did. We didn't know anything about exercise at this point. Nothing. Nobody cared. So they started asking him what he did. He started, you know, spreading his stuff. Joe Weider started coming out with magazines and articles about training in order to sell them supplements. So Joe Weider, you know, he was the founder of, you know, the IFBB and all the bodybuilding shows. His motivation was to use bodies like Arnold and these bodybuilders, have them tell their training regimes. So people would buy the magazines, read about their training regimes, and then order protein through the magazine. They were catalogs. They weren't magazines. They were catalogs like a Sears catalog that you could order things through. And the way they drew them in was through the articles of these impressive physiques. Now that's where most people got their training recommendations from, and then it stuck. It stuck forever. Yeah. In in the earlier 1900s, most of the strong men did single set training. Did something very similar to what I do. But when the bodybuilding community got popular, that's when they started doing all this other stuff. But also, there was a movie that came out in the 70s called Pumping Iron. I think it was 1976, 1975. And it was like a documentary film that followed Arnold Schwarzenegger around and other top bodybuilders. And this is what really propelled muscles into, the culture. And for dramatic effect and entertainment value, Arnold Schwarzenegger exaggerated a lot. Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie, he created a character intentionally. He was said to have created this character because he was interested in getting movie roles. So
See, start one thing, leads you to another. And that bodybuilding shit, you know what I'm saying? He was heavy on it. If I'm not mistaken, I think he might have won a few competitions.
he wanted to come off as this cocky, sly, type of guy. Well, the thing is, in person, he's not even like that. He's actually a sweetheart, and it worked. I mean, I've seen all of his movies, and so he exaggerated some things. He said, I go to the gym for 3 hours twice a day, blah 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 blah. He wanted to make the thing entertaining. He wanted it to seem unusual and crazy that he spends all his time in the gym. And yeah, it was all kind of made up for entertainment value. Whether or not he actually did that, who the hell knows? Um, whether or not his training programs are even his, who knows? A lot of times in the Weeder magazines, they would.
And what a lot of people don't know too, when it comes to bodybuilding and stuff like that, it also comes down to genetics as well. Because if you don't have the proper genetics and stuff like that, then no matter what you do, you're not going to build muscle. You're not going to build mass. You know what I'm saying? But
Just make up programs and stick a bodybuilder's face on it and say he did it. When it was
hey, look at the doggy. Oh, he got a German Shepherd. It's one of the best dogs to have. If you know, you know. I got an uncle that trained police canine German Shepherds. Been doing it for 30 years. Them dogs is no joke.
wasn't even his program. And they still do that to this day, by the way.
All right, there you go. That's the reaction to the GOAT show. Don't train like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the GOAT show clip. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I said, like, again, hit that link in the description. Join the Discord. Come become a part of the Chosen Few, you heard? We in there having fun, turning up, you know what I'm saying? Game nights, just talking crazy. You can even put in a request, you know what I'm saying? You want me to react to something? Put in a request. Let's go. On to the next.